President-elect Trump set to meet with Senate Republicans tomorrow to lay out plans for hitting the ground running on his agenda. And he still says he wants one reconciliation bill to pass, packed with his top priorities.
Well, I favor one bill. I also want to get everything passed. And, you know, there are some people that don't necessarily agree with it. So I'm open to that also. My preference is one big, as I say, one big, beautiful bill. I would prefer one, but I will do whatever needs to be done to get it passed.
Texas Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne sits on the House Ways and Means Committee. She joins me now. Congresswoman, he wants one. He's okay with two. Which approach do you favor and why?
I favor one bill. I think let's go ahead and get everything in that we possibly can when we still have, energy at our backs. I mean, American people are expecting us to get a lot done. We have a lot to do. We've got a very narrow majority right now in the House. And if we can get one bill passed, I think, President Trump is being a realist. He's like, get it done. And we want to pack in there. We want to make sure that we have our border protected. This is something that obviously he ran on. Everybody in Congress ran on, recognizing the fact that our borders have been open and so much damage has been done to our country in the last 4 years. But we also have to make sure that we're looking at the economy and that the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act provisions are extended. They're expected to expire at the end of this year. We need to make sure that we're having that tax package as well. We want to make sure that we have American energy independence in that bill. There's a lot to be able to take and dissect. And I think, you've got the two houses that are having conflicting ideas about it. I think the Speaker Johnson, I think Chairman Jason Smith have been very clear. We want to have one bill. I think the Senate is having some issues, with reconciliation and potentially whether or not the board rule is going to come into effect. And so they're warning we may have to do two bills. But I think President Trump is like, just get it done.
Yeah, voters from both parties told the American governing body that they want border security when they went to the polls on November 5th, whether you're Democrat or Republican. And that sort of is emphasized even more so when you look at these kind of photos. Take a look. Armed smugglers helping illegal migrants cross the border in San Diego County, right near a sanctuary city. You just introduced a bill to ban federal funding for sanctuary cities. Congresswoman, how much money are we talking here? Enough to literally force them to end the sanctuary policies that lead to the scenes like we just played for you?
Well, look, sanctuary cities should not be in existence. What we're doing is we're saying, look, if you are going to be a sanctuary city and you are going to take your resources and not protect your people, then you don't need any more federal resources. What we have seen in the last 4 years is these massive sanctuary cities that get so much money in federal dollars have actually redirected it to supporting, incentivizing more illegal immigration into this country. And we're saying enough is enough. If you have to have a penalty, we want to have a carrot, prefer not to have to use a stick. But, we have seen some of these sanctuary cities double down. And when I was mayor of the 92nd largest city in the country, Irving, Texas. We had a great partnership with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. We actually worked and partnered with federal law enforcement, state law enforcement to make sure our cities were safe. It can be done. It can be done efficiently. It can be done effectively, and it can be done safely. And these sanctuary cities that are risking the lives of not only their citizens, but others who happen to be in their city are ridiculous, and there should be a price to pay.
It's not just your bill. Other border security bills include the Violence Against Women by Illegal Aliens Act. That's the one from Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Safeguarding American Voter Eligibility Act. And, of course, the Laken-Riley Act, which will get a vote today. These have been called the low-hanging fruit bills by Speaker Johnson with the goal of getting them passed quickly to give Donald Trump some victories. Do you think it'll be that easy, Congresswoman?
Well, look, I think what we've seen over the last 4 years is an agency that's been run by people who have prevented them from doing their jobs. And what we're actually doing is codifying, saying to Department of Homeland Security, you must do your job. This is going to be law now, as if it's not already. But we're having to put the Laken-Riley Act in place to make sure that Mayorkas was doing his job. This should have been done last year. We didn't receive any kind of support at all in the Democrat-run Senate. I'm very hopeful that, yes, we're going to vote on it again in the House, and that we will be able to get Democrat support in the House, but as well as make sure that we get it passed through the Senate. These bills shouldn't have to be done, but what we've seen in the last 4 years is they do, because you've had an administration that has refused to actually enforce the law.
That's such an important point. These are literally bills to say, enforce the darn law, which is what the American people are crying out for. Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne will be watching.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.